Words appear. Learning Together with Zoe Fiogkos and Victor Gouveia announcing. On Whose Blind Life Is It Anyway? And Zoe's Blind Kitchen Corner. The Blind Perspective Network. Brought to you by VIP Tech and Greek Auto Services. Welcome to Learning Together here on Whose Blind Life Is It Anyway? Sponsored by VIP Tech. I am your announcer, Victor Gouveia. Remember, if you like what you're about to hear, activate the like button and share it with your friends and family, especially if you think they can benefit from anything that's said here. And subscribe, activating the notification bell so you're notified when we go live or upload a new video. Additionally, we are live streaming on our Facebook page, Whose Blind Life Is It Anyway? And on Twitter at Blind Whose. That's BLINDWHOSE. Alternatively, if you don't like any of those formats, you might benefit from podcasts. If you have an iDevice, an Android device, an Amazon device, or a Windows device, we are available on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and on Amazon Podcasts. So if you ask Alexa to play Whose Blind Life Is It Anyway? She'll go out and find it for you. Also, if you want a copy of the audio or video of this recording, send us an email, whoseblindlifeisitanyway@gmail.com, and we will send you a link to the folder on Dropbox that houses all of the episodes we broadcast on the network. On this week's Learning Together, Zoe introduces us to 3 types of bars on the Mac: the Toolbar, the Tab Bar, and the Sidebar, learning how you can use it to your own advantage. And now, your host, Zoe Fiogkos.
Hello, welcome to Learning Together, and it's another episode of learning. I hope. Depends on how I describe things and if you guys get it. Because, my train of thought, I might be all over the place and it just might not make sense to you guys. So, you may have to, I've said this before, but you may have to watch the videos a few times. You may have to rewind, forward, maybe rewatch a certain part to make sense of things. I'm trying to go in order. Now, I know I promised that we would continue with the voiceover utility, but the more I thought about it, as long as your computer's talking, it's good to practice a few things. So we've done turning voiceover on and off, we've done the keyboard help, we've done the voiceover training. I discussed interacting and disclosure triangles. I've navigated the menu with you, the dock with you, the menu extras. So I thought today we would just do toolbars, tabs, and the sidebar. So I'm gonna show you how to navigate those things, and then by that point, I think if you practice these videos, you watch them over and over again, and you practice what I'm telling you, listen to your voiceover menu, descriptions, voiceover descriptions, look at your hotkeys. I think then you'll be ready to go. You'll be able to get into more advanced things because you'll have the basic navigation. So I'm just going to open up, I'm going to go to my desktop I'm going to press caps lock shift D. Oh, wait, I should turn up the volume again.
Shift. Blind kisses, folder. You are currently on a folder. Shift.
Oh, jeez, I'm pressing shift.
Control. Option.
Okay. Caps lock, shift,
Shift.
and D. D for dock, D for desktop, D for David, D for dog, D for Delta.
Desktop. Desktop. Group.
She said desktop group. I'm just going to go and I'm going to open up a
Control.
folder.
Prayers. Folder. Zoe's blind kitchen corner. Folder. You are currently on a folder.
Actually, yeah.
Zoe's blind kitchen corner. Zoe's blind kitchen corner. Zoe prayers. Fold blind kisses. Fold blind kisses. Window. Icon view. Collection. You are currently on a collection. To begin interacting with the items in this list, press Control, Option, Shift, down arrow.
So I shut up so you guys can hear what she's saying. I opened up a folder. And she announced a few things. I'm going to press my Vo keys and left arrow.
Option. Vertical splitter. Sidebar, table, tab bar, one tab, toolbar. You are blind kisses. Full screen, button, minima, close, close, button.
So, if you Vo all the way to the left arrow, you hear the close button. Go to the right with your Vo keys or your caps lock key, whichever you prefer.
Minimize button.
There's your
you are currently on
minimize.
a button.
There's your minimize. And she'll
Control.
always, when you guys hear her saying control, it's because I'm pressing control to shut her up. So don't let that confuse you. So the reason I'm pressing control is every single thing I land on, she's going to tell you press VO space to activate or press VO shift down to interact. So she's giving you a description of what to do on these buttons. So we have close, minimize,
Control, full screen, button.
full
This
screen,
but blind kisses. You
the name of the folder that I've
Control.
opened. So I opened up a folder called Blind Kisses. That's what she's announcing. If you were in documents, she would, at this point, that's where she would say documents or downloads or whatever the case may be. Let's keep going right.
Option Control, toolbar. You are currently
Okay.
on a toolbar. To interact with the items on this toolbar, press Control, Option, Shift, down arrow.
So we're on a toolbar. Again, it's in view, but we don't have access to it unless we interact. So I'm going to Vo shift down.
Control, Shift, in toolbar. 8 items, /forward, group.
Okay. So she announced that there's 8 items on this toolbar, and she announces the first thing that you're on, which is your back and forward buttons. She announces it as a group. So they've grouped the 2 buttons together. To actually use those, you have to interact again.
Option, Shift, in /forward, group. 2 items, back, dim, menu button.
So she told me that I'm in the group now. She says that there's 2 items. She says that the back button is dimmed because we haven't gone into the Blind Kisses folder. We've specifically opened that folder. So there's nowhere to go back. But if I move to the right now,
Control, Option, forward, dim, menu button. Forward, dim, menu button.
again, I haven't gone into the folder to access something so that she has something to go. If I did, that would work, okay? I'm going to stop interacting.
Out of /forward, group.
So we're out of the group, but remember there's 8 items on this toolbar. So let's keep Vo, right arrow,
Control, view, radio group. You are currently
View.
on a radio group.
view, and it's a group.
Control, group, menu button. You are
Something called group menu button,
Control, action, menu button. Control,
action menu button,
Option, share, dim, button.
share button,
Control, edit tags, dim, button.
edit
You are currently on a
tags.
button. Dropbox, menu button, search text field.
She announces Dropbox because Dropbox is kind of everywhere on your computer when you install it, just in case you want to move something there or whatever the case is. And then there's a search bar. So let's say you're searching for something specific. For example, in my Blind Kisses folder, maybe I want to find something called green bracelet, for example. I could type it in there and it could find it for me. So I'm going to get out of the toolbar for a second. We'll revisit that in a few minutes.
Control up toolbar.
Okay. Now I'm going to Vo right again. So remember, I stopped interacting. Vo shift up arrow. Now I'm going to Vo right.
Option, tab bar, one tab group. You are
Now she's saying tab bar.
Control,
Tab group. That's how many windows you have open in this specific folder. So right now I don't have anything else open. I only have one, right? Blind Kisses. So I'm going to keep going to the right.
Control. Sidebar table.
Now she says sidebar table. You can choose to hide the sidebar, but if you do, it's going to confuse you. This way, when you have your sidebar visible, you can get to a lot of things. So for example, if I interact with the sidebar, which is your tree view, which is on the left hand side.
Control.
I'm going to interact, Shift down.
Shift in sidebar table. Favorites. Row 1.
So she said in sidebar table,
Control.
favorites. Now, let's just go down and see what's
Option.
in here.
Control. Dropbox. Level 2. AirDrop. Recents. Applications. Desktop. Documents. Downloads. Google Chrome app. iMovie app. iCloud. Collapsed level 1.
So there's a whole bunch of things in here. Basically, this is your sidebar. Even though you've opened up your Blind Kisses folder, you can actually get to other places on the Mac. Desktop, documents, downloads folder. You can get to other folders through your sidebar. You don't have to minimize your blind. So for example, in this case, my Blind Kisses folder, I don't have to minimize it because I decided that I need to get to my downloads folder and get something. I don't have to do that. I can just go from the sidebar. So I'm just gonna, hold on. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna stop interacting.
Auto sidebar table. Vertical splitter. Icon view. Collection.
Okay.
You are South Khaki.
Now.
Control.
I know what I did. Okay. So actually, this is good that this happened. Even though I was on my I had opened my Blind Kisses folder. When I was in the sidebar showing you guys what's in there, I stopped at downloads folder. So when I stopped interacting and I went right, it's not showing me my Blind Kisses folder anymore. It's showing me my downloads folder. So let me do that again for you guys. Watch.
Control option.
Control option, left arrow.
South Khaki apart software.
Sorry.
Out of icon view. Collect.
I'm going to stop interacting and I'm going to go
Control.
To the left.
Vertical splitter. Sidebar table. iMovie app. Selected. Option. Shift. In sidebar table. Google Chrome app. Downloads. Documents. You are currently on his desktop. Applications. Recents. AirDrop. Dropbox. Favorites. Recent. Applicate desktop. Auto sidebar table.
Okay.
Control.
When I landed on desktop, I stopped interacting with the table and now I'm going to right.
Control. Vertical splitter. Icon view. Collection.
She says icon view collection.
Control.
And I'm going to interact.
Shift. Blind Kisses folder. You are current.
Now I'm in a folder that's showing me the folders that are on my desktop. In this case, the Blind Kisses folder. Again, I'm going to stop interacting.
Shift. Out of icon view. Collection 1.
I'm going to go back.
Control.
Left.
Control. Vertical sidebar table. In sidebar take.
Back into the table. Interact.
Desktop. Selected. Desktop. Row 6. Control.
Okay. I interacted again. Shift down arrow. I'm going to move down.
Option. Documents. You are currently Google Chrome app. Downloads. Documents. Downloads.
Okay. I stop on downloads and I stop interacting. Shift up.
Control. Shift. Out of sidebar table.
Out of sidebar table. Now I'm going to right.
Vertical split. Icon view. Collection. You are currently on a collection.
Icon view collection. I'm going to interact.
Control. South Khaki apart 2 mop.
Guess what? Now I'm in my downloads folder. So that's a way that you can switch between folders through your sidebar. Now,
option.
I'm going to stop interacting again.
Out of icon, vertical sidebar, take in Google Chrome app, download documents, desktop, out of sidebar, take vertical split icon view, collection, Blind Kisses.
Okay. So basically, I went into the sidebar table, I interacted, I got to my desktop folder, stopped interacting, and I pressed arrow right until I heard icon collection. It might be list view for you. It might be column browser, and we will talk about that later. And I'm in my folder. So,
Control, option, important scans, folder.
It's showing
you are
me.
Currently on a folder. To exit this group, press Control, option, shift, up arrow,
So
Control.
Come on, stop. It's showing me if I arrow right, it shows me what's in here.
Control, option, prayers, folder.
So, for example, a folder called prayers. I'm on that folder now, okay? If I press my
Control, Option, Shift, Menu.
I pressed my context menu. We talked about that last time. I think it was last time. I hope it was last time anyways. Or if it wasn't last time, it was the previous. I pressed Shift-M to open up a menu. And I'm going to go down the menu. Listen.
Control, Option, Open a new tab. Open a new tab. Move to trash. Send with transfer ellipsis. Back up to Dropbox. Move to Dropbox. Get info. Rename. Compress prayers. Rename.
So first of all, there's your rename. So let's say I didn't want to call this folder prayers anymore. That's what I would use, but we'll get into that another time, okay?
Option, compress prayers, duplicate, make alias, quick look prayers, share, submenu. Quick actions, submenu, copy prayers. Import from iPhone, use groups, sort by, clean up selection, show view options, tags, folder action setup ellipse, new terminal tab, new terminal folder.
Okay, so there's a whole bunch of options in here, okay? That's one way you would use. Now I'm going to do something else.
Divider, dim, prayers, folder.
So I pressed escape and we're out of the menu. I'm just going to make sure that I'm still on the folder.
Important scan, prayers, folder.
Okay.
You are currently on a folder.
I'm going to click VOM now.
Control, Option, Control, menu bar, Apple.
So I'm up
You
at
are
the
currently
top.
on the menu.
I'm up at the top where the Apple menu
Control.
is. I'm going to VO right.
Control, Option, Finder, File. You
Till
are
I hear
currently on the menu bar.
Till I hear file. Now I'm going to vote
Control.
arrow down.
Option, File, Menu, New Finder window, New folder with prayers Command Control, N. New Smart Fold, New Tab Command, Open with, Open, New Tab Command, T. Open with, Submenu dimmed. Print, dim command, close window command, get info command, rename. Compress prayers, duplicate command, make alias command, quick look prayers, show original, add to Sidebar command, move to trash command, add to Sidebar command control, T.
All right.
Tango. You are currently on a menu item.
So we're in the file menu
Control.
and it's giving us a whole bunch of options. Some were in the contextual menu, the context menu that we opened, but there's some other commands here. Let's say you use your prayers folder constantly. And it's easier for you, the way I showed you, to go to the sidebar and just click on the folder you want. You don't want to go into desktop, or let's say you don't want to go into your drive or find your documents and then open your documents and then find your other folder. Let's say you want this particular folder called prayers in your sidebar because it's easier for you to find, okay? She just said, listen.
Control, show original, dim command, move to trash command, add to Sidebar command control, T.
Add
Tango.
to sidebar.
You are currently on a menu item. To choose this menu.
Command Control T. So I'm going to escape out of the menu.
Prayers, folder.
She puts me back on prayers folder. Now I'm going to press Command Control T.
Command. Control. Add to Sidebar.
She just said add to sidebar. So I'm going to stop interacting.
Control. On of icon view. Collection 1 item select vertical splitter. Sidebar. Table. Desktop.
I'm back to the sidebar table. I'm going to interact with the table.
In Sidebar. Table. Desktop. Selected. Desktop. Rows.
Now that's where we were. Desktop. Okay.
Control.
So now listen.
Option. Documents. Downloads. Google Chrome app. iMovie app. Prayers. Level 2.
Now your prayers folder is in the sidebar. And if you decide that you no longer want it there, you can press
Option. Control. Menu.
Shift-M, which is your context menu.
Option. Open a new tab. Show an enclosing folder. Get info. Rename prayers. Remove from Sidebar. You are currently on a
remove from sidebar.
Control.
So click space.
Control. Press remove from Sidebar. Favorites. Row 1, cell 2.
There you go. She said press
Control.
remove. So now it's no longer in this
Option.
table.
Dropbox. AirDrop. Recents. Applicate. Desktop. Document. Download. Google Chrome. iMovie. iCloud. Locate. Locations. Collapse.
It's not there. It's not there.
Option.
So
iCloud. iMovie. Google Chrome. Downloads. Documents. Desktop. On offside. Vertical. Icon view. Collection. Blind kisses.
okay. I stopped interacting with the
Control.
table. I'm back into my desktop folder where we have blind kisses and everything. Now,
Control. Blind kisses. Folder.
I'm on blind kisses. What is your, the sidebar, I think you realize, it's pretty much It's pretty self-explanatory at this point. If you want to open the Blind Kisses folder, you would do
Control.
VO
Icon view. Collection.
space. VO space. She announces icon view collection. Now you have to
Control.
interact.
Shift. Bracelets not on display yet.
So now she's saying bracelets not
Bracelets not on display yet. Folder.
quiet. So now she's announcing all the folders that are in my Blind Kisses folder. So I'm going to stop interacting.
Control. Out of icon view. Collection 1 item selected. Brace.
Okay. Now listen,
Control.
I'm going to go left.
Option. Vertical splitter. Sidebar. Table. You are currently on it.
We're at the table. Keep going
Control.
left.
Option. Control. Tab bar. 1 tab. Tab.
She just said tab bar, 1 tab. It's what we have open. But if I interact with the tab bar,
Option. Shift. In tab bar. 1 tab. Tab group. 2 items. Blind Kisses. Selected. Tab. 1 of 1.
okay? So she says 2 items, Blind Kisses. I'm going to vote right.
Control. Option. New tab. Button.
And there's a button called New Tab.
Control.
I'm going to click vote space.
Control. Option. Press dim button. You are currently on a collection. To begin interacting with the items in this list, press Control. Option. Shift. Down arrow.
She took me to a list, and I have to interact.
Control. Applications. Folder.
Okay?
You are currently.
She said Applications folder.
Control.
I don't want to open that.
Users. Folder. Users. Applications. Folder. Library. Folder. System. Folder. Users. Folder. Users. Library. Applications. Out of icon. Status bar. Icon view. Collection 1 item selected.
Okay.
Application.
None of the things that I want
Control.
here to open in the new tab. So I'm going to stop interacting, and then I vote left.
Control. Vertical split. Sidebar. Table. In Sidebar. Table.
I go into the
Favorites.
table.
Row 1. Expanded 9 items enclosed level 1.
And listen.
You are current Dropbox, AirDrop, Recents, Applications, Desktop, Documents, Downloads. You are currently on a cell 2 items inside of a table. To navigate.
Let's say I want my downloads folder
Control.
open. So I'm going to press vote space.
Option Control. Open Finder item. Downloads. Row 8 cell 2 items.
Okay.
Option.
Stop interacting.
Shift. Out of Sidebar. Table.
Now,
Tab bar. 2 tabs. Tab group.
listen to
You are
what she
currently on a
said.
tab group.
She said tab bar, 2 tabs, group. So now you're going to interact.
Control. Up Shift. In tab bar. 2 tabs. Tab group. 3 items. Blind Kisses. Tab. 1 of 2.
So there's your Blind Kisses,
Blind Kisses. Tab. 1 of downloads. Selected. Tab. 2 of 2.
and there's your downloads.
You are
If
currently on
I-
a tab. 2 of.
If I click downloads
Control.
now,
Option.
vote space,
Press downloads. Selected. Tab. 2 of 2. New tab. Button. New tab. Out of tab bar. 2 tabs. Tab.
I stop interacting.
Sidebar. Tape. Vertical split. Icon view. Collection. You are currently. South Khaki.
I'm in my downloads folder.
Control.
So you can use your tab bar to go between open folders and such.
Command. Cycle through windows. Blind Kisses. Folder. You are
Or
currently on a.
you can use Command accent key. So now
Control. Prayers. Folder.
I'm in
You
my
are currently on a.
I'm in my Blind Kisses folder. I'm
Control.
going to do Command accent key again.
Command. Cycle through windows. Tab downloads.
And she said cycle through Windows,
Control.
tab, downloads folder. So you can either use your tab bar or you can use your Command accent. So that's your tab bar. And I'm going to show you one final thing on the tab bar. So I have to stop interacting.
Option Control. Shift. Out of icon view. Vertical splitter. You
Vote
are currently on
left.
a.
Vote left.
Sidebar. Tape. Tab bar. 2 tabs. Tab group. In tab bar. Blind Kisses. Tab.
Okay. I'm in the tab bar.
Control.
If I click,
Option. Control. Shift. Menu.
I opened up my context menu. Vote Shift M for mic. And I go down.
Control. Close tab. Close other tabs. Move tab to new window. Show all tabs. iPhone. Dimmed. Show all. Move tab. Close other tabs. Close tab. You are currently on a menu. Tab bar.
So I just clicked vote
Control.
space on close tab. Now
Control. Downloads. Selected. Tab. 1 of 1.
I only have 1 tab in here. I had 2, but we just closed it. And you don't have to do that. I'm just showing you the different things you can do. If I
Control.
stop
Option.
interacting,
Out of tab bar. 1 tab. Tab group.
okay? Now I've showed you how to add something to the sidebar. I've showed you how to remove something from the sidebar. I've showed you how to add a tab. I've showed you how to remove a tab. I keep showing you the interacting. I keep showing you the Shift M, which is your context menu. And always remember that you have your M, which is your main menu. And I'll show you something about that.
Menu bar, Apple. Finder, File, Edit. You are currently on a menu, File, New Finder, New Folder, Command Shift N.
So
Nope.
Command Shift N is new folder, but don't worry about that. We'll get into that another day.
Option, new folder with South Cap, new Smart Folder, new tab command, open command, new tab command, T.
So
Tango.
she
You
just
are currently on a
said
menu item.
new tab,
Control.
Command T. If you don't have a problem remembering hotkeys, I do. Unless I use them 20 times a day, I forget. So I told you you can go to the tab bar and you can add a tab, and I showed you how to do that. But you could just press Command T and then select the tab you want to open. So you can do it the complicated way, which walks you through it, the way I showed you. Or if you have a good memory, you're in your prayers folder, but you also want to open up your music folder. You would hit Command T, select your folder, space, and then those tabs will be open. So
open command, O.
Now,
Oscar.
also
You are
remember
currently on a menu item. To choose this menu item, press
Command
Control.
O is Command Open to open any folder. So if you press Command O, then you're going to open. So
Control, open with, submenu, print command, close window command, W.
Alrighty.
Whiskey, tab bar.
The only thing I want to show
Control.
you guys today, I've showed you sidebars, toolbars, and tabs. The only thing I want to mention is something that I forgot to mention in the episode that we did called Interacting and Disclosure Triangles. For disclosure triangles, I told you guys you can interact on the disclosure triangle and press spacebar to activate the disclosure triangle so you can either expand or collapse items. But there's also a command for it. So I'm just gonna, this is the final thing I'm gonna show you today. Sorry, my phone is ringing and obviously we're running a video.
Call from 4168001.
I'm just gonna wait for my mom to get that so it'll stop bothering us. Okay, so now what was I saying? I forgot what I was saying, for God's sake. Okay, yeah, whoever it is, I'll be done in about 5 minutes. So there you go. A friend of mine is calling me, so I'm telling my mom to tell them I'll be done in 5. So, yeah, something about disclosure triangles at least. I remember that much. Great. Okay, so there's a command for disclosure triangles. If you don't want to interact with the disclosure triangle, hit space, stop interacting, there's a command, and I'm going to quickly show it to you guys.
Control, Option, Shift, Toolbar, Tab bar, Sidebar, Table, in Sidebar, Table, Death App, Airdrop, Favorites, expanded 9 items in closed level 1. You are currently on a...
So she said favorites expanded.
Control, Shift, in, Favorites, row 1, cell 2 items, Favorites.
Okay, I interacted with favorites, and I'm going to vote right.
Control, Option, Hide, expanded, disclosure triangle.
She
You are
just
currently
said,
on a
she just said disclosure triangle.
Control,
All I have to do is press Command, forward delete.
Command,
Oops.
Command,
Okay, why doesn't it want to do it? Of course, because I'm on video.
Command. Option Shift. Interact with the title of disclosure triangle. You are currently on a disclosure Control. Option Shift. Favorites. Hide. Expanded. Disclosure triangle. Row 1 collapsed. Icon view. Collection.
Give me a second because I don't know why it wouldn't do it.
Control. Zoe's blind kitchen corner. Folder. You are currently on a vertical splitter. Sidebar. Table. In Sidebar. iCloud. Favorites. Collapsed.
Okay.
You are currently on a cell 2 shift in favorites. Row 1 cell 2 items. Show collapsed disclosure triangle. You
So,
are currently on a
let's try it again.
Control. Command.
Huh.
Command.
Let me see now. It doesn't want to
Command.
work on this
Cycle through
folder.
Windows. Prayers. Folder.
Okay.
You
You
are
know
currently
what?
on a folder.
Hold on a sec.
Command. Command.
Oh, what's going on? Something is bothering.
Command.
I must have pressed something. Because now it's dinging at
Control.
me.
Blind kisses. Import the set Macintosh HD. Volume. Command. Finder.
I just figured out what the problem was. At least I think I did.
Finder. Macintosh HD. Prayers. Finder. Cycle through Windows. Dropbox. Window. Favorites. You are currently on a text element. Inside of a cell 2 item. Close window. Prayers. Folder.
All right. Sometimes these things happen. So I'm just going to reopen the folder and do it again. So we're going to go to the desktop.
Desktop. Group. Control. Zoe's Blind Kitchen. Prayers. Blind Kisses. Folder. Blind Kisses. Window. Icon view. Collection. You are current bracelets, not applications and verdict sidebar table. In sidebar favorites. Row 1 collapsed level 1.
Let's see
You
what
are currently on
happens
the
now.
cell 2 items. Shift. In. Favorites. Show. Collapse. Disclosure triangle.
All
You are
right.
currently on a disclosure triangle. Inside of a cell 2 items. To expand or collapse the contents of this item, press Control. Option.
It
Scale.
doesn't wanna
Command,
work.
Command.
You know
Control.
what, guys?
Auto. Favorites. iCloud. Collapse. Favorites. Collapse. Expanding hide. Your Dropbox. Favorites. Drop. AirDrop. Recents.
Okay. For some reason, the command right now doesn't want to work. I did do this before we started. Look, if you press the keyboard help,
Option. Starting keyboard help. Type keys to hear their names. Hold down the voiceover keys while typing to hear voiceover commands. Press the escape key at the top left corner of the keyboard to stop help.
now listen.
Command. Backslash. Command. Forward delete. Forward delete.
Wait a second. This is going to drive me mental.
Forward delete.
No, I did this before we started.
Delete. Control. Backslash.
Oh, guys, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. See, I told you I forget commands. I just remembered. I was using the wrong command. It's not command backslash. It's vo backslash, and I will just confirm right now. So, control option.
Control. Option. Backslash. Toggle disclosure triangle open or closed. Toggle the selected disclosure triangle.
Toggle the disclosure triangle, open and close. I was doing the wrong command. That's why it was dinging at us. That wasn't the right command. I'm sorry, guys. I told you, I forget things. So let's escape from keyboard help. See why keyboard help is handy. I was punching in the wrong command. I didn't understand why it wasn't working. I was embarrassed because I was on video. I know I'm forgetful. So I went to keyboard help. I clicked command backslash. It's not a backsplash. It's a backslash. And it wasn't doing. And then I remember, I thought, oh, I've got the wrong key command. So all of a sudden, my memory was jogged, and I remembered that it was VO backs.
It's 5 o'clock.
Yeah, thank you. Backsplash. What a day. Backslash. And it confirmed. So I'm going to escape out of keyboard help.
Escape. Stopping keyboard help.
Alrighty. Let's go back to our open window.
Command. Finder. Option.
Shut up.
Command. Cycle through Windows. Blind Kisses. Folder.
Alright.
You are currently on a folder. Cycle through Windows. AirDrop. Control. Option. Application. Recents. AirDrop. Dropbox. Favorites.
All right.
Expanded.
So we're in the sidebar and it's saying
Control.
favorites expanded. Let's try without interacting. What happens? VO
Control. Option.
backslash.
Collapsing. Favorites. Row.
There you go. You don't even have to
Control.
interact. She said collapsing. So now if I go vo arrow down,
Control. Option. iCloud. Collapsed. Favorites. Collapsed.
so
You
favorites
are currently on the
collapse.
cell 2 items. In
If I press vo
option.
backslash,
Control. Option. Expanding. Favorites. Row 1 cell 2 items 9 items enclosed. Control.
Now-
Option. Favorites. Dropbox. AirDrop. Recents. Application.
there's my folders. So that's an easier way to actually open and close disclosure triangles, which I forgot to mention in episode 3. And of course, I screwed it up today because I forgot the key command, but it's vo \. If you don't know where your / key is on your Apple keyboard, it's underneath your backspace.
App Store app application.
Sorry.
You are currently on a cell 2 items inside of.
Stop. So you have your
Control.
backspace key, then you have your /, then you have your return, then you have your shift, and then you're at the bottom where you have your space bar and other keys. So it's above your shift is your return, above your return is your /, and then it's your backspace button. So that's how you do the disclosure triangles. That's how you add things and remove things from the sidebar. That's how you work with the tab bar, adding, closing, removing tabs, opening tabs. And also, I showed you the toolbar for closing. I think we're good for today. I've given you a lot to play with and a lot to think about. And please don't be frustrated. See what just happened to me? I forgot the key command and screwed up. So what? That's going to happen. You're going to forget. But remember, you can always use your menus up at the top by going vo-m, or you could open up a context menu for more options, and you can do things through the menus if you forget the key commands. The last thing I'm going to mention before I say goodbye is I want to close this window. So I'm going to hit Command,
Close window. Blind
W.
kisses. Folder. You are
Command W.
Control.
So I think that we've got navigation pretty much covered. We've covered the menu bars, the context menu, interacting, disclosure triangles. We've covered all these things. There are a few little things like pop-up menus. I've mentioned how to close windows, Command W, or quit an application, Command Q. And I will touch on that on the next episode. Because on the next episode, I think it's time to really get into the voiceover utility. You guys have a pretty good basic starter for navigating. And if you just pay attention to what voiceover's saying and watch these videos over and over again, you will get it. So thanks guys for watching. Hope I didn't confuse you too much. Love you. See you on the next episode.
Catch Learning Together with Zoe Fiogkos on Whose Blind Life Is It Anyway? And Zoe's Blind Kitchen Corner every Fridays at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific.